Yes, viewers, President Joko Widodo loudly criticized the increase in agricultural export products. And the president mentioned that higher exports was only supported by palm oil commodities, while other subsidized commodities did not contribute to agricultural export performance.
President Joko Widodo loudly criticized the increase in agricultural product exports. The president mentioned that higher exports was only supported by palm oil commodity, while the other subsidized commodities did not contribute to agricultural export performance. This was conveyed at the opening of the 2021 National Working Meeting of Agricultural Development.
Berapa puluh tahun kita subsidi pupuk? Setahun berapa subsidi pupuk? 30-an triliun. Berapa Bu Menteri Keuangan? 33 seingat saya. 33 triliun setiap tahun. Returnnya apa? Kita beri pupuk itu kembaliannya ke kita apa? Apakah produksi melompat naik? 33 triliun. Bapak, Ibu, dan saudara-saudari, angka itu besar sekali. Artinya tolong ini dievaluasi, ini ada yang salah. Sudah berkali-kali meminta ini, sehingga harga pokok produksinya nanti bisa bersaing dengan harga komoditas yang sama dari negara-negara lain.
Therefore, President Jokowi asked all ministers to evaluate the provision of fertilizer subsidies. This includes evaluating the performance of the agricultural sector, because he revealed that distribution of fertilizer subsidies, which is worth almost 33 trillion rupiah per year, is not even followed by an increase in production. Meanwhile, the statement regarding the increase in exports of agricultural products was based on data from the Central Statistics Agency, where in November 2020, the value of agricultural exports rose 6.33% to $450 million. BPS say that the increase in exports was mainly contributed or supported by the palm oil commodity. From all sources, for IDX Channel.
Although the agricultural sector is one of the growing sectors in the midst of pandemic, but criticism of this sector has not been disappeared. Even this time, the criticism came directly from President Joko Widodo. So what are the things that have been criticized by the president regarding the agricultural sector? So let's talk about it in the following infographic. Through your screen, we can see what President said towards the agricultural export. He said literally about the appreciations behind the good growth in the agricultural sector, but however, he mentioned loudly to Erlangga Hartarto to be careful because it seems like palm oil that contribute high exports, not other commodity. Exports are not from other commodities that already injected with the existing subsidies. He said in his remarks on the National Coordinating Meeting for Agricultural Development 2021. And then even so, the president firmly criticized the export achievement of the agricultural sector, which according to him were still dominated by palm oil commodity. Meanwhile, the president stated that the government had provided sufficient stimulus for the agricultural sector, which was expected to be main motor of the productivity of agricultural sector, not only the palm oil commodity. Call it fertilizer subsidy program that has been run for years by the government. And therefore, President Joko Widodo asked all ministers to evaluate the provisions of the fertilizer subsidies, including evaluating the performance of the agricultural sector. So before we talk further about fertilizer subsidies, let's firstly check Indonesia's agricultural export data as of November 2020 in the next graphic. Through your screen, we can see Indonesia's agricultural export data from both sides from November 2020 alone and between the accumulations from January to November 2020. Through the data, we can see that the total value of agricultural export is 450 million US dollar by the total value, and it means that this number contributes 2.92% of the total Indonesia's export. And it means that it grew by 33.3% year-on-year. But however, if we can see the accumulations between January to November 2020, the total value is $3.68 billion with a total export of 2.51% of a whole GDP. And indeed, through the data, we can see that the growing exports can be seen, but it must be admitted that the agricultural exports were still dominated by palm oil, which was confirmed by the head of BPS, Suharyanto, during a press conference on last December. And viewers, this is the main point of the criticism, because the president hopes that other commodities that are subsidized by the government can contribute more to the performance of the agricultural exports. And in this harsh criticism, the president emphasized the need to evaluate the fertilizer subsidy program. But however, how big is the allocations for the fertilizer subsidy each year? So we can see it through the next graphic. Through your screen, we can see fertilizer subsidy allocation. First of all, we have two categories in here about the subsidy quota and the budget allocations. First of all, from 2017, the subsidy quota that government has given is 8.55 million of tons, and it went high significantly by 1 million. In 2018, we can see through the data, the number reached 9.55 million tons, and we've gone to 9.1 million tons. And by the latest data in 2020, as we know that government bear a lot of tons by 8.9 million tons of subsidy fertilizer. And President Joko Widodo questioned the effectiveness of fertilizer subsidies distributions. The president assessed that the injection of fertilizer subsidies for farmers has not contributed significantly to the country. With a fairly high tone, President admitted that he was surprised that the tens of trillions of funds distributed has not made significant contributions yet. Meanwhile, based on the observations, problem also occurred in the field related to distributions of the subsidized fertilizer, where in September 2020, farmers in several areas experienced shortage of subsidized fertilizers. And a part of that, leakage of fertilizer subsidies is also a major concern. Not only criticizing the issue of fertilizer subsidy, but food estate has also been an issue the president has underlined, whereas President Joko Widodo asked the food estate program to be completed as soon as possible. So what food estate projects is the government working on? So let's see it through the next graphic. Through your screen, we can see the food estate project that is targeted in 2021. First of all, we got two categories in here. It is North Sumatra and Central Kalimantan. Let's start it first from the North Sumatra by 30,000 hectares that is divided into 4 regencies. We can see it through the data. It's a Humbangan Sudutan Regency, North Tapanuli, Central Tapanuli, and Papua Barat. And meanwhile, when moving on to the Central Kalimantan, which only 164 hectares, it divided into 2 regencies, which is Pulang Pisau and Kapuas Regency. And here it is. President Joko Widodo asked for the completions of these food estate program in North Sumatra and Central Kalimantan this year, where he sees food program as the solutions of a problem of food imports. The hope is that food estate in the North Sumatra and Central Kalimantan can become a reference for other provinces so that it can overcome the problem in food imports. And in addition, the president also asked the evaluations of the food estate program, including technological issues. And yes, the viewers, hopefully the president's criticism will be a major turning point for a better Indonesia's agricultural sector and will be beneficial for the country as well. We'll be right back after this quick break. Stay tuned.